Hello and welcome to another episode of Canary Knits. I am Antoinette. I am a knitter, crocheter, fiber enthusiast, crafter, a mother to two children, and I work full time. I live in the Midwest, and yeah, this is my channel where I talk about my current projects. And oh my goodness, there are so many of them. Okay, where to begin? I have been doing a lot of holiday knitting, and there's no pressure there because luckily the people in my life at this point know that I don't really give gifts at appropriate times. For example, I have some Halloween socks as finished objects that still haven't been delivered to their person, and that's fine. They'll just be Christmas presents now. So I give myself, because I like to give handmade gifts, I give myself a lot of grace with the timeline on gifts. So there's no like pressure for me to deliver handmade gifts to everybody I know and love. But it is kind of fun to see if I could finish my holiday gifts. And I love giving handmade gifts. They're very special. I have been knitting a lot and I have had a lot of crafty mojo. So I've gotten a lot done and I'm really excited to talk about it. First off, I am wearing my hexie cardigan, my very first hexie cardigan. And my notes on this are linked below on my Ravelry page on this. This is Red Heart Retro Rainbow and just some black Cascade 2020 acrylic that I had in stash. And yeah, I made myself a hexa cardigan. I'm so excited. It's my first one. Obviously, I'm going to make more. I am like a plus size, and I made like the extra large size because the campfire cardigan, the pattern only went up to like an extra large, but it did have notes on how to modify if you were larger. I just didn't really follow them because I thought it would fit, and it does. It's not like perfect. I want to make I want it to be more oversized, so I'm going to make another one. But this project is a true testament to like starting over if something's not going well. I had originally started making a campfire cardigan over like a year ago with some yarn that I had in stash, and I really wanted the cardigan, but the yarn just didn't really inspire me and I didn't get very far. So I just happened to be browsing Red Heart yarn. I don't really use it a lot. I've kind of become a yarn snob lately, which you've noticed if you've been here. If not, hey, I'm kind of becoming a yarn snob. I don't know how it happened. But there is a special place in my heart for Red Heart yarn. It's what I grew up on. And I'm so thankful for them for making all those funky colors available to me when the only place I had to shop for yarn was like the big box stores like Walmart, places like that. Hobby Lobby. I spent a lot of time in Hobby Lobby as a kid. Um, so yeah, I just went with it. I bought 6 skeins of this retro rainbow acrylic yarn, and I just went for it. And I'm so glad I did because I love the finished product. And yeah, it just told me like I don't put a lot of pressure on myself to use what I have, but I don't have a very large stash. And I mean, when I see yarn, probably like a lot of you, I don't just see yarn. I see possibilities. So I see cardigans and scarves and cowls, and I can really think of a use for pretty much any yarn. So using in my stash isn't really a problem for me or necessarily a goal for me. But I do have leftover yarn from making my daughter's a sweater, and I don't know what to do with it. Yeah, but I just had to abandon it for this project. And this fits me so much. Like, people, I don't know. I've gotten a lot of comments on it. Not to brag, but that always feels good. Tis the season, right? Tis our season as crafters where we get to say, thanks, I made it. Thank you, I made it. I made it. If you feel like sharing that, some people don't. I'm always stoked to share that I made something. And I mean, come on, maybe it's a little bit obvious because where would you even get this? I don't know. I love it. You know where you would get it? A fancy designer store, okay? And if you ever feel like something you make is too like out there or something, just take a step back and look at some like true fashion. Like immerse yourself in fashion. It's one of my favorite things to do. And I will include some images of like couture, like really cool knitwear that inspires me and like it's so expensive. Like people do, like if you feel like maybe the people that are around you don't value your crafts or your handiwork, find people that do, because there are people that do, and there are people that would pay a lot of money for what you've made. I mean, like this is like so funky, it's one of a kind, like it's awesome, and I've gotten a lot of compliments on it, a lot of people wanting them. So just, I don't know, do you in your yarn choices, just do you. Don't worry about, matching necessarily. If it calls to you, it calls to you, and just go for it. That's what I've learned from this project, and it's been a great project. I'm not going to stand up and show it. I will insert pictures because I'm feeling a little body conscious, as is often the case when I'm recording. But you know what? That's fine. It's fine. Moving on. So I am a fan fan themed fibers. Or like themed fibers. If you don't know what that is, it's like this genre of yarns, different, mostly indie dyers it seems, but Lion Brand has some as well, based on like shows or fandoms. So Schitt's Creek has a yarn, a Lion Brand yarn. I'll go ahead and show you. This is one of my finished objects. This is made in the Lions Brand Schitt's Creek themed yarn. They have a bunch of different colors. I actually keep an eye out for the future. I'm going to be doing a yarn haul. I got a $100 gift card to Joann, and there was a Black Friday sale and I went off. So I got 26 skeins of yarn, and I got like over, I think maybe 12 skeins of the Schitt's Creek yarn. It's a worsted weight acrylic, but honestly it's like a thicker worsted weight. This is just a Pearl Soho beanie. I've been making these. This to be honest, this one is kind of riddled with mistakes. So I'm keeping this one for myself. I also have a giant head and it's gigantic. So yeah, just finished objects. So this is the Pearl Soho ribbed beanie. Classic ribbed beanie. That is my other finished object. This is a Pearl Soho classic ribbed beanie. This is for holiday presents, for my friends. One friend in particular. And this yarn, hand dyed, amazing. I can't remember who it's from, so I'll put it on the bottom of the screen. I got this as a gift from my mother. Worsted weight. And the Pearl Soho classic ribbed beanie is probably my favorite hat pattern at the moment. I am making probably 2 more of them for holiday presents. I think there's a tendency sometimes with holiday gifts to feel like you just need to produce, right? And I used to be that way. I used to want to make a hat for every person I've ever met. And I still kind of do. That said, I think there's something to be said for making quality gifts that really will last. Like this is like, I mean, it is a classic ribbed beanie. It's classic. How much more classic can you get? It's just very nice. It has a nice shape. Um, a lot of stretch. It's so, the squish factor is unreal on these. This is like the fifth or sixth one I've made as a present, and everyone says when I give them one of these that it becomes their favorite hat, and I can see why. It's just a really good solid beginner pattern, and it's free, so I will link below. But yeah, this yarn is the Schitt's Creek yarn shared wall, and it's based on the color of the wall in the motel in the at Schitt's Creek, if you're a fan of Schitt's Creek, in the show. That I don't know. I'm not going to explain the whole show. It's a wonderful show. If you've watched it, if you haven't, maybe check it out if you like funny things. I don't know, but I love this. I love that it's themed, and I also recently made my brother a pair of socks with Lord of the Ring yarn, the Battle of Numenor. Picture here because they've already been gifted. But he loves those, and he all the time brings up that he loves that they're Lord of the Ring themed, and I agree. And like the socks really capture, to me, like fan fibers, like yarns based on fandoms really capture the essence of the characters of the fandom. I have also used Practical Magic yarn. My very first pair of socks, I was so determined to make socks because I kept seeing all of these awesome sock sets in like fan themed yarns. So in a lot of ways, like I owe my sock journey to fan themed yarns. So check them out. They're really cool. Yeah, there's something I really enjoy. So I guess I'm on finished objects basically. Here are my Beetlejuice socks. And again, I cannot remember the yarn, so I'll put the name. But I got these from Etsy. These are going to be a holiday gift for my friend. Even though I really want to keep them, I'll probably buy more and make more. And then also I have had a person request just the black and white knee-high socks, so I want to make those at some point too. So I have those socks, this beanie, both Pearl Soho, classic ribbed beanie. I have on the needles, Pearl Soho, classic ribbed beanie. It's that good. So this one's almost finished. I just got to the decreases. This is, hold on, let me look at the name of it. This is Dusty Yarn Co. and Indie Dyer in the color Olive You. And this is a worsted weight yarn. And yeah, a gift for a friend. So there you have it, the Pearl Soho classic ribbed beanie. Big fan, big fan. Everyone has a smaller head than me, or I would show you what they look like on, but I would stretch them out. So I'm not going to do that. I also have, as a work in progress, I'm sorry, I'm bouncing all over today, but I have, it's almost like holiday crafts have exploded in my space. So there are holiday crafts everywhere, and it's a little bit. So I just want to make sure I cover everything. I am working on a pair of holiday socks. I don't even know who these are for. They will probably be a gift, but love these. These are in West Yorkshire Spinner holiday yarn, and this red is just Alizé fingering weight. I think it's how it's pronounced. I found it on Amazon for super cheap. It's the first time I'm using it. I don't know. We'll see. So far, so good. They're just holiday socks, so I kind of wanted them to be a little cheesy. Like, the yarn is a little bit like, um, I thought I thought I just lost my needle there. Oh, could you tell I was panicked, or was I probably totally chill? It happens to me all the time. I can always recover from a fallen needle. Ah, yeah, we're fine. Um, Here's the West Yorkshire spinner yarn. Really pretty. Could not resist that. I also have a Regia Perfect yarn. This doesn't have like a name. Color 07707. I made a pair of socks with yarn this color last year. They turned out really cute, really, really cute. And then this dyer, I have yet to actually knit with this yarn, but this is the second skein I have from this dyer. It's an indie dyer I found on Etsy called Unit I Dye, and this colorway is called Get Unlonely this season. Look at that. Yeah. So nice. So, I mean, I have all of the projects going. All of the projects going. I got this adorable little kit thinking I will make presents for coworkers. This is enough, apparently, to make 6 little plants. I am not a beginner crocheter. However, I enjoy very much mindless projects. Oh, look at how cute those are. And the kit was a really good deal. I got the kit on Amazon. And I know Amazon is problematic. I know. It came with the stuffing that you need, an instruction booklet on how to make the little fellas, and the yarn that you need, as well as a hook. I'll probably use my own hook, but isn't that delightful? Like, for what I paid for it, $26, I think, or was it $24? I honestly can't remember. Also, I will probably end up keeping the little plants because they're so cute, and I have a big window in my office. So that's why, like I said, there's no pressure on me. Oh, littles. There's no pressure on me from me to make these for people. If I make them for people, I celebrate Galentine's Day, so I can give these out at the office for Galentine's Day. I could celebrate May Day. I mean, I do what I want. I'll give gifts whenever I want. I'll give random gifts. I almost think they're better that way. I don't know. I don't know. Inappropriate gift giver. The next yarn that I have is Lion Brand Mandala. Or Mandala. And this is in the colorway Pure. So this is the ombre mandala yarn from Lion Brand. And I got this to make a hexa cardigan for my friend that is obsessed with Taylor Swift. She wants a lover themed hexa cardigan. So that is a gift for her. Oh. My camera died, so I charged my camera and waited until the end of the day, all because I'm so excited to show off this yarn. And this is my birthday yarn. I celebrated a birthday. I'm 36 on December 1st. Yeehaw! And I got yarn, which I'm so excited about. Yarn is my favorite thing. So I wanted to go ahead and share this yarn. I bought this at Yarn Social in Kansas City. That is my local yarn store to me, one of my favorite places to shop. And the first yarn is Goosey Fibers, good for the gander. It says, hand-dyed with love, ethically sourced. And this color is Kermit Flail. like the meme. Check that out. Yeah. And I love these greens, yellows, oranges, just so beautiful. And this is 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. And I got two of those. Two little kind of minis. Don't know how much is in there. Let's see. Oh, this is a 50 grams. So I got two of those. And then to go with it, I got this Treasure Goddess yarn yak. This is a 70% superwash merino, 20% yak, 10% nylon. And this is in the color Tarnished Brass. Ooh, yeah. Really beautiful. And this will be my first time working with yak. So yeah, all of that to say, I have a lot on my needles, a lot to do, and happy holidays. If you're working on anything for the holidays, let me know down below. Let me know how it's going. And when I get I have a couple of big shipments of yarn coming. When I get that in, I will do a yarn haul video. Thanks so much and happy crafting. Bye.